Welcome back to another video. In our last video, we have fetched the record from our database. Now, in this video, we are going to fetch the record of multiple lists. So, let us do one more thing before proceeding, because whenever we are printing anything in our log, we are getting some bunch of bootstrap logs. So, we'll go to our application.properties and we'll enable two properties. One is that spring dot main dot banner hyphen mode equals to off. This will disable the spring banner which used to come whenever we run our Spring Boot application. Another is that logging spring logging level. So this will disable the log which we are getting. Because now moving forward, right, we will be needing to see the information in our log. So it's not quite clear and it's quite hard for you to understand that what is printing. So enabling these, technically disabling these two properties will make our console log much more cleaner. In future, instead of writing log in console, we will have a proper logger file where we will log our all the logs, because whenever you deploy your Java application into any server, it will not log in a console, it will log in some of the logger. So moving forward, we'll cover those things, but for now we'll use our logging in our console. So we have disabled our log, so we will not run our application now. We will run our application once we have completed our this video objective. So now we'll come to our interface. So now in this video we will need to find all the object, or we need to display all the columns or all the data present in our database for our specific table. So now in this we are working on our customer details. So what we are going to do is we'll get our customer detail. So because customer detail, if you see, right, that customer detail have multiple items, I would say. So basically multiple rows. This is a collection of an object. So if there is only one record, there is no issue. When we have fetched our only one record, right, find by ID, it's only getting one record, so there is no issue. But if you see here, right, when we are getting all the record, this is like a list or a collection, a bunch of customer details. So for that we have, that's why we have collection. And one of the most famous collection we are going to use here is that I will definitely make later videos for our collection, but for now we'll use list. So what will happen is whenever this customer detail comes, it will come as a list, because list is our collection. We will import our list and then we will write our method findAll. Now we'll come to our implementation class and we will implement this method. We'll come to our implementation class and we'll implement this method. We'll override it. Override public list customer details space find all. So now here what are we going to do is, so technically here what you have done to get all the information from customer in database, we have written a query. This is an SQL query. Later I will upload video on complete database. Who don't know what database is, or who know something about database, is just a database in a software who store all the, or storage system who store all your information for your application. For example, if you're using Windows or if you're using MacBook, Windows has those folders, so it's like a folder thing. So database is more like a storage for your application or for a software. So if you see, right, what are we going here is we are writing a query. This is an SQL, and which is creating all these things, means all the information. So here also in our code we need to write that query. So we cannot just simply copy paste and see it will work. No, it will not work that way, because this application does not know, Java does not know what an SQL is, so it will not work here. This is different language. This is, for example, Japanese, and this is Chinese. So you cannot use Japanese uh, on Chinese, right? You need to have some translator over there. So that's why some syntax are different. Anyhow, this is more of the topic, but I hope you get it what I'm trying to say. So we'll use TypedQuery, which is provided by Spring, and then we'll enable our customer detail, and then it will be a variable name, and then we have our entity manager dot create query. So in this, now this is something interesting. So because here also we just simply cannot do this. We cannot just simply create query. It will not work here. It doesn't work that way because they don't want you to learn Chinese. They don't want you to learn this. They just want you to learn this Japanese language, and so automatically compiler or the system or interpreter will should do it. So what here we're going to do is, so because you've created your Pojo, right, customer detail. So what are we going to do is, instead of using that your query, we will just simply use from, and then we will not use the table names. So we could, if you see here, right, what is our table name is sign up customer detail. So we will not use it. We don't care about this. We need our class name. So that's the beauty of table name and class name if you have difference. So you don't get confused. You understand, right? So from customer detail, and then it will be of class customer detail dot class. Okay, our query is completed. Okay, let us complete this. Return. What it will return is, it will return customer detail. Get result. So it will get me the result. So this will return me the list of items, a list of, or the list of customer details. So now if you see here, what is happening is, this is our query. We are taking our voucher, we are creating a variable, our entity manager is creating the query, and this is where from this normal class. So customer detail, this is important. This is not your ordinary table. This is your class name. This is not your actual database table name. This is your class name, Java class name. You see, this is our table name. You see, this is our table name, sign up customer detail. But here we are not using it as that. So that's the difference between that's the beauty of using Hibernate. So you are seeing, right? Now what are we going to do is, I hope this is clear. This is quite simple one, and many people, that's why whenever, suppose now example, if we have created a table name exactly as class name, because if you have not provided this property, what they will do is they will create the table name as of your class name, and then many people get confused, and when they, for example, they are following any course, right, and oh, my table is not created, oh, my query is not working. Even if you go any website, right, it creates some sort of confusion. It's not clear. That's why this table annotation is really helpful. That's why it is provided by the Hibernate or by the Spring team. Okay, moving forward, we'll go to our application class, and here what are we going to do is, we will comment this fetch customer details, and then we will create one more method. So what our method will be, fetch all customer detail, and we'll pass our DAO, customer detail DAO, and then we'll create our method. So what our method will do, private void, and then we'll fetch customer detail, pass our customer detail DAO, and then here what we're going to do is, we will just sys out right? And then we are just going to loop it. So for looping we can use any loop, but I'm using for loop. Customer detail, mm, customer detail colon customer detail list, and then we are just going to this out. Okay, and we are going to okay. Perfect. So now what are we going to do is we will just run our application and we will also compare it. When we run in database, we are having 4 records. We will see whether 4 records are coming or not. So let us run it. So we can also, yeah, let us run from here. Right click. Okay. So as you could see, it has printed all the customer. Okay, let us do. I think let us do some cleaning. We'll comment this log because we'll okay. Let us run it. I did debug actually. So now you can see, right, it is not printing all those logs. Okay, this is much more cleaner. So as you could see that we have our customer detail printed, all the customer detail. So you can see we have 1 2 3 4. So we have 1 2 3 4 4 records coming here. So now you can see, right, the way it is printed, the way it has inserted in database uh, ID 1 2 3 4, the same way it has printed here 1 2 3 4. So now the thing is that you can use all these database operations in your code as well. So for example, what are we going to do is we'll just simply do order by, for example, we do first name. So this is not the first name of actual column name, because if you see, right, what is our column name is, this is applicable for not for table, also the columns as well. If you see, our column name is customer underscore first name, but we are not using this table name. If you see right here, if you need to order by, if you see order by ID, or we can also, for example, do order by POS, order by customer underscore first underscore name. So for example, if you're doing this, let us run it. You see, it has ordered by customer first name. Okay, so here we need to specify. We cannot specify our class name here. Huh? We cannot do this. We cannot do this. It does not exist. We cannot do this. Okay, we cannot do this. So here, what are we doing? What are doing here? We are defining our field name, our variable name. Okay, which is first name. Come here. We'll let's see first name. Okay, now we'll just run it. We'll see what will happen. We'll run our application. Okay, as you can see that it has changed the order. So it is the same which is printed in here. So that's the beauty of Hibernate. So let us do one more time, with not with the first name but with the last name. Okay, now we can run it. Okay, so if you see, right, that it has ordered. Alten, Gate, Musk, and Zerk. So it has order based on whatever we have defined in our query. Okay, this is a typed query. So I guess this is all for this video, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. If you're new to my channel, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.